Hi, Nikki.
It's really nice to meet you again. What brought you out here?
You know, I have been following Network CLT for quite some time. The last couple months, and I keep missing the events. And I was just like, once I realized that this event was going on, and that I had availability, I was like, I'm going to be here. So I made it out here, and I've been being that I just launched my business last year. Your favorite project manager.
That was your business?
Yes.
Wow. That's just so rare, so that like you are actually able to be analytical, work a 9 to 5, and have a business as well. I haven't gotten to that point.
Yeah, I do it. Not easy.
That's what I'm like.
Not easy.
What's your schedule looking like? Every day is just like
it is. And then in the world we live in today, you also have to post a lot of content. So I have been posting content as much as I can. I actually hired a brand manager by the name of Melanated because I couldn't do it on my own, Nikki, I promise you. And that's something that I think we have to recognize, that we can do it all, but sometimes we need to ask for help, right? So, but I'm so excited to have met you. And when we were talking earlier, you're saying that you're in the healthcare space, and you've been in the healthcare space for some time. So what has that been like?
It's just like any other industry. There's ups, there's downs, especially with the administration. So many things have changed, and we're just going to get through it together and see how things work out.
With the changes, are you going to be disappointed that you might have to switch industries, or are you excited for something new?
I'm excited to switch industries because of the fact that we were talking about earlier how there's so much construction and so much work that's happening around Charlotte. I'm excited to be a part of that movement, and especially excited to see how we can pave and headway all this exciting things that are happening in Charlotte, especially as we were talking about the construction aspect. So that is where I would definitely love to be. So anyone that's in the construction that's looking for a project manager, of course I'd love to connect with you.
Yes, call Nikki. And you know something? I know a handful of construction project managers, but I only know maybe one black construction manager.
Same thing with you with the tech. I was like,
oh, we're here though, and I'll tell you where you can find us.
Okay,
for sure.
Okay.
But yes, I know one construction project manager, and let me tell you something. I know this might sound crazy, but I love when she posts her pictures on LinkedIn on her projects, and she's wearing heels with a hard hat.
Oh, yes. I love that. I love when we're able to show up for ourselves, and it's not just, okay, well, we have to look a certain type of way. We're showing up the way that we authentically want to show up for ourselves. And we're not asking anyone for permission. We're just, hey, this is what you're getting. You're getting someone that, as we always know, we have to be 5 times as more intelligent than anyone else that's standing there. So we know our business. Unlike other people, we're not able to just go off and say, hey, I'm a DEI hire. No, babes, we actually do have a lot of education behind us and titles behind us. So yeah, but I'm just super excited for this opportunity, and it's really beautiful again to be able to see so many folks that are artistic, those who actually have 9 to 5s, so that we can mesh together and see that, hey, there's more than opportunity out there, and to be able to get to connect with one another.
Yes, and I think it's so important. I don't know, is this your first network event, or is this something that you do often?
Well, no, I have gone to a number of networking events because I am new to the area. So this is allowing me to get out of my shadow. It's allowing me to step outside and communicate and meet with folks. And that is also something that I'm sharing on my platform to be able to show folks that, listen, since COVID, you need to go outside. The way to communicate with people has been so lost because we've been sheltered. We've had to stay in place. So it's like going outside and having that human interaction. And especially financially, if we're saying that things are changing, you need to be able to be out there and speak to people and see what's happening in your area.
Right, I agree. And I have to be honest, is that I used to maybe years ago, I used to go to networking events all the time, not just because I was in the market for looking for employment. It was just, to, expand your network. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know. And it's not always opportunity. Sometimes it could be it could turn into a friendship. It could turn into something professional. It could come to a business partner. You don't know what that connection is going to take you. So, and it might not happen overnight. It might be like in 2-3 years, you're like, you know what? I met somebody that X, Y, and Z, and then you reconnect, and all because you went to that event, right? So I went years ago, and then life was lifing. And then I just was, working, mommy, doing all the things. And then when I started my own business, I was doing the online, thing and the LinkedIn thing. And my brand manager was like, you got to go outside, Marquis. And I was like, you're right. Yeah, you're right. And so I have been, and it's been an experience as far as like meeting so many people from different like spaces and industries, and just it's been quite an experience. And something I said before is that networking is not like as easy as it seems in the beginning. Like you have to just put yourself out there, say hello, and that's all you have to do. Hi. Kind of how you came up to me like, hey, I'm Nikki. And I was like, hey, Marquis. And then boom, now we're here.
There you go. And one other thing too that I love that you highlighted about, hey, you may not have a connection with that person now, but later on you are able to build either a friendship or a business or something with them. And something that I am learning also with the networking aspect is we're literally only 6 degrees separated from what our future needs to be. So if we're saying in 2025 you want this to be your year, you need to go outside and connect with people. And also, hey, say for instance, I'm letting you know that I want to be in construction. You already know someone that's in construction, so it's like closed mouths don't get fed. So go outside and let people know exactly what you intend and what you want for yourself. And this type of setting, this networking event, is amazing for that.
Nikki, I have a question. Actually, I feel like all these things are coming to my mind. I have 2 questions, like back to back. The first question is, you've been in the healthcare industry. You want to move to construction. Why construction?
I just love the aspect of the finance background that I do have, as well as being able to be a part of the urban planning, the design methodology. Because one thing that I love about Charlotte that I did not know, there's such a rich history of Blackness. And there's so much that it just feels like it's just being erased overnight. And there's no way that I'm going to sit by idly and not be a part of what that history looks like and make sure that we're always forefront.
That's amazing. What a good reason for your why. Your why. I love that. Yeah. It goes a little bit deeper than just switching industries.
Because something that going towards Target in the metropolitan area, there's like a bus area that you sit and wait for. There's a photo of a black man and his wife. For the longest, I didn't know what it was, but I just walked over and it told the story behind that land that the Target sits on was owned by this black couple. As well as that mountain that's in Gastonia, that was owned by a black family. And all you see is just a sign. But if you don't know, you have no idea. So I want to be a part of that construction and building and making sure that our stories are still being held around.
That's amazing. I think you're going to do great things. How long have you been in project management, or have you have other careers? Or
Oh yeah, I've had other careers.
Okay.
I'm a licensed nursing home administrator. Like I've done a ton of other things.
And let me tell you something about black women. One thing we're going to have to do is have multiple streams of income, have multiple careers, have multiple, okay?
Because we always have to pivot. No one else is giving us an opportunity. We have to pivot.
Right. It's maybe one of the reasons why I started my own business, Your Favorite Project Manager. Not only because I was encouraged by my peers to say, Marquis, you got this. You're so amazing. Go on your own. But my why was also that I want the freedom of choice in my life. That's something corporate can't give you sometimes, or a lot of times. And I envision my life in like 10 years is working for my laptop, serving my clients to the best of my capability, closing my laptop and getting into somebody's ocean, okay? And just being able to go here, go there, and just travel and just live life with choice. And that's the one thing that as I mentioned before, entrepreneurship could give you.
That's an absolutely beautiful message, with choice. That's something that we're not afforded, and to be able to have that and to show up, that's beyond amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, it's not easy. It's not like 1, 2, 3, but it's definitely something that I love.
Well worth it. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.